Holy crap. Those are the words that I hear every time I show somebody my new friend. This is my new friend. This is my Cold Steel G10 handle Espada XL. Holy crap. Now that's a knife. It's a folding pocket buoy. How can you not like that? And if you don't like it, that's on you. I added the brass blade catch just for aesthetics because I like them. If you don't like them, I don't want to hear in the comments, oh, why'd you ruin such a good knife? You know what? Go buy your own, do whatever you want to it. If you don't want to put your own swag on it, that's your problem. It did come with a bead blasted blade. I didn't want the bead blasted blade. I wanted the shiny ones. But you know what? I don't want to pay $400 for a knife. Granted, I think they're worth $400, but I don't have that much money to spend. So I got one of the newer ones that are a lot cheaper. I think I paid $1.40 for this one. And I polished the blade. It's not quite mirror polish, but it's getting there. It's pretty close. Oh yeah, look at that. Gleam! Shockingly, this fits into almost all of my pants pockets. I was a little worried at first that it wouldn't, but it does. Some of them it doesn't. My favorite pocket to keep it in is in carpenter jeans. The little side pocket down at the bottom, it fits in that perfectly. I threw my little Ace of Spades with the Reaper on there. I think that looks really cool. Because I'm not going to ever switch it out. The pocket clip came with 2 pocket clips, which was nice, but I'm not left-handed, so I'm just going to keep this one here, and I had some real estate, so I threw that there. This thing, when you want to open it, opens with authority. It's solid, it's really strong. The lockup, there is no wiggle whatsoever when I try to. It's a really stiff lockup. I think the triad lock is very, very secure. Props to Cold Steel, mad props. I like that you can grip it in a variety of methods. Personally, I would choke up all the way up here because I do a lot of reverse grip stuff, so this allows me to still do a lot of the reverse grip techniques where I can lock somebody up and then come out and do something else. If you want to get more power in your strike, more like a sword motion, you can come down here and choke with this sub hilt, and you can really swing this thing. Could you imagine swinging this thing into something? Dear God, this thing's scary. And it's scary enough. And I've heard a lot of people say, why do you need a knife like that for? You know what? It's my knife. I'll carry whatever I want. Legally. But what do I need a knife like this for? This is not a box cutter. This is not something I'm going to prepare food with. This is a self-defense blade. And I think it will perform in strides in that respect. I think that if somebody comes up to me, and heaven forbid, because I don't want to be in that situation, I have been before, and they pull up a dinky little knife, like a little tiny folder, or a kitchen knife or something, and then you whip this bad boy out of your pocket.
There you go.
And your wallet.
Nick, give him your wallet.
What for?
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I think anybody to charge you when you're holding something like this is an idiot. And they're going to learn really quick how much of an idiot they are. Again, I do not condone violence that's unnecessary. Violence as a self-defense form is extremely acceptable. What else did I add to this? I added some traction tape right up here where there's jimping. The jimping was okay, but I thought it needed a little more traction, so I just threw some deck tape on there, and it's great. This thing is shockingly light for the size. I expected this thing to be twice its weight. How sharp did it come out of the box? Really sharp. It still has the factory edge, and it's shaving sharp. I like that it has a really, really deep grind. Very shallow edge. That's going to make sharpening this thing a breeze. The tip, a lot of people are saying that this back part here, that little back grind, should go all the way to the tip. I disagree. I think I see what Cold Steel was trying to do. If this went all the way to the tip, that tip strength would diminish greatly. But because it thins out and then widens towards the tip, you're going to have a much stronger penetration. And you're going to have less likely chance of your tip ever breaking on something. Just for kicks, I regret doing it, but I was on such a roll, I threw it. I know, you don't throw folding knives. I know. Bad me. Bad Mr. Knife Fighter. But I was on such a roll, I threw everything I had, and then I just whipped this thing out and chucked it like a hatchet. Oh my god. It stuck deep. And I mean deep. This thing's scary. I'm very confident that in a self-defense situation, if somebody was at a distance, I could close that gap with this thing. And look at the amount of reach that you have when you're fully choked. Damn! This isn't a pocket knife, this is a pocket sword. I think this thing's heavy enough and sharp enough to where you could take something off. Quote, quote. Oh, look at that polish. It's beautiful. It's awesome. My favorite way to open this is the wave feature. If you saw my video on this earlier, it has this little waveable pocket clip. Or not pocket clip, but I don't know if you want to call that a crosada or whatever, but the way it works is when you pull it out of your pocket, it catches on that, and that pulls the blade. So when you pull it, it goes click, click as it pulls out of the pocket, and it works and it opens with authority. This thing is loud, and I like it. Shockingly, this is California legal. I don't know how, but hey, it is, and I will carry it. I do carry this with me every day. I usually carry up to 3 or 4 knives on me at all times. Anybody who knows me will verify this. This is my people knife. This is not a knife that I will use to open a box or as a letter opener or to pick something out of my teeth. If I'm going to do something like that, I'm going to use one of my knives like this for that, which is still in its own right a very tactical defensive blade. Let's put that back. This knife is awesome. Badass. About $1.40 off copsplus.com. Just Google it. Cold Steel Espada XL. Now the smaller size in its own right is a really, really intimidating knife. It's not quite as big, but it's big. This knife's bigger. It's badder. It's meaner. I love it. Cold Steel Espada XL. Highly recommended.